Hey, thanks to Prashanth for asking about this one. He found this, I guess it's from 2010. So I'll show you how to solve this. It's an integral from, let me grab my pen and get it going here. There we go. Integral from 1 to alpha of 1 over 1 plus x squared dx. Now what we're supposed to show that it equals the thing they have on the right via some substitution. So they're saying let u equal 1 over x. Well, if u equals 1 over x, then that means x equals 1 over u. So we come back over to the original integral on the left and replace things. Now the limits of integration from 1 to alpha, those are the x numbers. So you can convert those to the u values since u equals 1 over x. So if the bottom number 1 would be 1 over 1, so that is still 1. The top number alpha, if you put alpha in for x, you get 1 over alpha. So the top limit of integration is now 1 over alpha because we're converting everything to u's. So on the numerator we have a 1 and then we have 1 plus x squared. Well, x squared is going to be 1 over u squared. That's the same as 1 over u, quantity squared. Dx, now we have to figure out what dx is. So we take this substitution they tell us right there. U equals 1 over x. Take the derivative of that, du dx equals negative 1 over x squared. So we want to solve that for dx because that's what we're replacing. So we cross multiply and we get negative dx equals du times x squared, or in other words, dx equals negative x squared du. So that's our final substitution. We come back over to the integral that we're working with and replace the dx with negative x squared du. But since we're integrating with respect to u, everything has to be in terms of u, so we have to replace that x squared. Well, originally the substitution up here, this one, we know that x equals 1 over u, so I'm going to kick that negative out front and set up the integral from 1 to 1 over alpha of 1 over 1 plus 1 over u squared. Change the x squared to 1 over u, and we're squaring that, so it's 1 over u squared again, du. Keep in mind we're trying to get what's on the right hand side in the original problem, and we're almost there. As you can see, we have a negative, we have 1 and 1 over alpha. Now what I'm going to do is take these two things within the integral and multiply them together. So I get 1 on the numerator, and the denominator I get u squared plus 1. Getting pretty close to their answer. But keep in mind, if you have a negative integral, by the way that's du, negative integral, if you want to convert that to a positive integral, all you have to do is change the limits of integration. Go the other direction. So this equals 1 over alpha to 1 of 1 over 1 plus u squared. Hey, there it is. Got the answer. 5 marks. Thanks, Prashanth, for asking about that one.